What's going on, Broncos Country? Welcome on into our Broncos-Chargers watch party. We are just a few minutes into the game. Scoreless, you haven't missed anything except for Jarrett Stidham going pretty much nowhere and punting the ball back to the Chargers. So LA's offense with Easton Stick will come on for a second time. Let me know who you got right now. Broncos-Chargers, I'll say it, if Sean Payton does not win this game, he's going to have a tough time selling his point of why he benched Russell Wilson. If you lose at home to a Chargers team with their backup quarterback, and not by choice, and an interim head coach, and you bench your starting quarterback for a spark on offense, what are we doing? So, pressure is on right now for Sean Payton to deliver a home win in the final home game of the season. Over 53 people tuned in. Good to see everyone in the chat right now. Let me know who you got. We already have a bench Stidham. It only took 2-3 passes for us to ask to bench Jarrett Stidham. Broncos fan 1675. Good to see you, my man. DEN. I mean, this is the biggest question in Denver. Russell Wilson or no Russell Wilson? I think both sides have fair points when it comes to Russ hasn't been as bad as maybe Sean Payton has made him out to be. But Russell Wilson in quarters like 2 through 3 this year has been somewhat awful. He's been good in the fourth quarter when doing Russ stuff, improvising, but 4 quarters of football with a game plan, he really can't get it done. First and 10 for the Chargers. We are back at their own 15. Easton Stick is sacked. Down he goes. Denver's defense gets to Easton Stick. And Easton Stick, remember, made his NFL debut more or less against the Broncos when Justin Herbert went down about a month ago. And he's done all right since then, minus the Raiders game. But that time cannot avoid Jonathan Cooper and this Broncos pass rush. Second and 15. Giff Smith, interim head coach. What a name, Giff. Or is it Jiff? Giff or Jiff? Second and 15. And Easton Stick's pass is incomplete. Third and 15. Incomplete. Here we go. Over 100 people tuned in right now. Like the video if you have not already. Don't miss a thing. Third and 15. Let's get a defensive stop here. At the 10-yard line. In the gun. Here's the snap. Stick, QB draw. Nice play call, and it's going to go for about 8 yards or so. So, Chargers come up short. They will be forced to punt it away. And the Broncos will see Jarrett Stidham for a second time. Fourth down. We had a very exciting first slate of games today, right? The Eagles lost to the Cardinals as Jonathan Gannon beat his former team. The Rams and the Giants were a 1-point game. They came down to the end. A missed New York field goal to lose. Fourth and 7. Bears beat the Falcons. Time man, the Buckeye knows that. Return starts at the 20, across the 30. Out to the 35, and Trayman Smith, who was supposed to be this team's return man this year when they signed him in the offseason, but then they drafted Marvin Mims, and he has done the duty since, but Mims is out today with an injury. So Jarrett Stidham will take the field here, scoreless, midway through the first quarter. We'll do that next break. Time and the Buckeye says DEN for Denver. Who you got? Come on. 122 people watching right now. I've got one person giving a fuck in the chat. Let's go. Who you got? Trent, good to see you, my man. Happy New Year's as well. Here's the question. when do you stop saying Happy New Year's? Also, I feel like Larry David. That's a Larry David moment. Broncos fan DEN. Edwards got the Chargers. I've got Ruku saying, let Stidham cook. I think Stidham needs to learn how to cook first. And then he can try and cook. Kathy's taking the Broncos. John E. John, I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year's to you, my man. Denver 21-17. John also giving us a score prediction. Be like John. Go above and beyond. Don't just settle for the bare minimum, people. Bonkius Maximus in Stidham we trust. I don't. Don't include me in that we. You can say that. I do not want to be lumped in. Logan, Denver. Broncos fan 1675. The oldest Broncos fan in the world. Before the NFL even existed. Before this country existed. Neil, Denver 25-2. Yeah. Mr. Hood. Yeah, no, don't trust him. I don't either. I do not either. I think the Broncos might win this game like 10-7. It might be that bad. Jarrett Stidham is a young well, he's not even actually all that young. He was in New England for a little bit. But he's an inexperienced quarterback jumping into what is known as the most complex offense in the NFL, Sean Payton's offense. Does anyone else think that might be tough in your first game? Man, the bots are just atrocious. Edward, I am indeed. Here at Chat Sports, sometimes hosts to help out at other channels. We're still a growing channel, a growing company, and growing channel too for that matter. But until we have enough hosts to cover every single team, people got to help out everywhere, every so often. So I love my job. I love getting to talk football. And I love getting paid to watch football with you guys on Sunday. I love what I do. Never going to complain a day in my life. 1st and 10 for Denver at the 34. And it is a run to the left, gain of 3 for Javonte Williams, 2nd and 7. Second and 8. Second and 8 for Stidham. Takes the snap. Throws to his right. This is caught. And is that highlight reel Jaleel? Of course it is. Jaleel McLaughlin on 2nd and 8 gets over 10 yards. And that's a first down, Denver. Type those ones indeed. Okay. And we got a super chat rolling in. Let's go. From Mango. Just a €1 super chat. It benefits the U.S. dollar. We'll take it. Hey, Mango, thank you so much, man. Appreciate your super chat. Go Broncos, Mango. 1st and 10 for Stidham. It's a handoff to Javonte, and he picks up another 2 or 3 yards. The Broncos making their way out towards midfield. Red zone peek here. The Chiefs, by the way, as backwards as this sounds, if the Broncos win out and the Chargers lose out, Denver wins the AFC West. I know. But it's worth watching. It's worth monitoring. 2nd and 8. Stidham in the gun at his own 48. Bonkius Maximus with a $1 super chat. Stidham throwing, and this is caught. Gain of 7 on 2nd and 8. Bonkius Maximus, I think, has got a near perfect attendance record for our watch parties. Thank you so much, man. Go Broncos. I really appreciate you always supporting the channel. Do I think Russell Wilson will be back? TG asks. I don't. How do you bring him back? Like, I would, because it's going to cost you $85 million, but I don't see a way he comes back. That's tough for the locker room to do. Tough to, like, have a major, like, oh, yeah, that guy, that's our old, yeah, he's really paid. And we don't talk about him anymore. 3rd and 2, Samaje Perine takes up the gut for a first down. Span those ones. Dude, the bots are atrocious. That's why we pay Time Man Buckeye the big bucks. That's pretty funny. They're reviewing the Broncos Seahawks trade for Russell Wilson, and Denver did get a 4th-round pick out of it, Ioma Wazirike, and you might be thinking, I don't recognize that name. He was suspended indefinitely back in the summer for violating the league's gambling policy. So I don't think we'll be seeing him anytime soon. 1st and 10, run to the right, and a nice run for McLaughlin, a gain of 11. So Denver doing a good job on the ground to help their young quarterback Stidham for the 1st down run. Let's go. Spam those ones. Grant watching from Las Vegas. Grant, that's a good point. Can everyone tell me where they're watching from? Get in the chat right now. Shout out your city. Isaiah Pacheco just scored a touchdown for the Chiefs, by the way. They lead the Bengals 7-3. 1st and 10. We got Oklahoma City, Virginia. John's in Pittsburgh. John, my girlfriend's been in Pittsburgh for the last week with some of her extended family. Coming back today. Trent's in St. George, as always. Run for Javonte Williams and Pookie on 1st and 10. Keeping himself up and moving. And Javonte is inside the Prize Picks red zone. 1st and 10 Broncos. Denver doing a great job on the ground this drive. Let's see. I got Santa Cruz, Bolivia. I've got Albuquerque. Time Man's in the Buckeye State. I've got Tennessee from Neil. Go Vols, Neil. Here we go. It is 1st and 10 Denver. The Broncos have just run it. I think every play this drive. At the 16. In the I formation, Stidham under center. I bet Russ is like, where was this when I was quarterback? Another run for Javonte, and this one is not as successful. Gain of 1. Octavio Rodriguez. Octavio has been watching this channel since day 1. Watching from Phoenix today. Neil, we were so close to being good friends. Not anymore. Rhode Island from Edward. John, she goes to this pizza place in Pittsburgh. Beto's? Yeah, she raves about that every time. Bonky is fishing from Brandon, Oregon. I've got the Philippines in the house. Octavio, salute to you, my man. Thank you so much. A stoppage on the play right now. Timeout with an injury. While they go to commercial break here, I do got to keep the lights on by telling you all about our terrific sponsor, which is Prize Picks. Now, if you're not familiar with Prize Picks, I'll get you caught up to speed on how Prize Picks works. It is daily fantasy made easy. You pick 2 or more players. Go all the way up to 6. And if you go up to 6, you could turn $10 into $250. The more players you select, the bigger potential winnings. So I went with 4 players for Sunday Night Football. If you want to have some skin in the game, ride with me on Prize Picks. Take the less on Jaron Hall's passing yards against the Packers. Take the more on Jordan Love's passing yards. And the more on Justin Jefferson's receiving yards. And finally, I tossed in Alexander Madison less than 19.5 rushing yards. I do not think we're going to see a whole lot of Madison after his disastrous performance last week. So make sure you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a deposit match up to $100. That link is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Still scoreless right now, but the Broncos are inside the Prize Picks red zone with a few minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Continue to shout out your city, though. Let me know where you are watching from. I've got Fairbanks, Alaska. We've got Florence, South Carolina. Is Russ a Hall of Famer? No. He might have been if he retired before coming to Denver. But not anymore. Now, I know no one cares about my fantasy team, but I care because I am in the championship. But I do come with good news. I have Denver's defense, and I am playing against Austin Eckler with about a 30-point lead. So we're in a good spot. We just cannot have an Austin Eckler takeover game for the Chargers. We are trying to get to 20,000 subs. You know it would be awesome, Tex, if we could get to 20K before the new year. Less than 200, very manageable. Hit the sub button if you have not already. Lock yourself in. Just ask Octavio if this is a good channel to subscribe to. 2nd and 9 for Stidham. His first pass on the drive is incomplete. Looking for Adam Trotman, and a bit of an ambulance pass-ish. He got hit hard immediately. 3rd and 9. Third and 9. Here we go. Stidham in the gun, takes the snap, throws to his right. This is caught. Judy, and Jerry Judy on 3rd and 9 picks up 8 yards. No Cortland Sutton today. He is out with a concussion. I don't think we'll see Cortland Sutton next week either. He's had a really good year. You don't want to mess with a head injury in what could be a meaningless Week 18 game. 4th down. And we've got Stidham in the offense lining up to go for it inside the 10. At least trying to get the Chargers to jump. And I don't think they're going to snap this football. Stidham with 10 seconds. It's so obvious now you're not going to snap it. And that's going to take us to the double zeros on the play clock. So, the Broncos, if they use a timeout, I'll be pissed. If they use a timeout, flag, good. Take the 5-yard penalty. Save the timeout. Trust that Will Lutz can make it 5 yards back from 28 yards to 32 yards or whatever it is. Yeah, type B to block the bots. The bots are just disaster. Red zone peak here. Steelers, Seahawks. Pair of 8 and 7 ball clubs. Even at 7 in the second. $32-yarder from Will Lutz is good. So the Broncos are on the board. 3-0 home team. Let's go. Let's go. So Easton Stick and company will take the field with under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter, trailing 3-0. Should we share with everyone our Super Chat menu for today, Mr. Texaroni? Texaroni, the San Francisco treat. All right, here we go. Super Chat menu as Denver leads 3-0 against the Chargers. Every Super Chat is a shout-out. We're doing something fun, though. For every $2 Super Chat, and let me explain. They are going to put Russell Wilson on TV a lot today. So what we're doing is a Russell Wilson shot clock. Every single time they put Russell Wilson on screen, 60-second timer begins. Every $2 Super Chat in that 60 seconds, I'll take a shot. $5 Super Chat, a very, very generous viewer of the channel, anonymously sponsored a raffle item giveaway, and they are doing a Broncos t-shirt giveaway. So we will do a race at the end of the game for that. $5 Super Chat gets you entered. We'll also do free entries throughout the game as well if you're unable to, but $5 guarantees a spot in the giveaway. $10, it's a Beers Cheers, and $20 gets you added to our Mile High Club. We recently had to shift to the other side of the mountain. So we've got Ryan Hall, Scott Fry, we've got Jennifer and Donna. So join the Mile High Club if you have not already. Technically, yes. Yep. All right, here we go. Let's get it stopped defensively. Oh, I didn't realize this. The 49ers clinched the number 1 seed today with their win and the Eagles' loss. So the NFC will run through Santa Clara. Mike McGlinchey is questionable to return with a rib injury. Pat Surtain getting some love right now. No dog bowl, Charlie. No dog bowl here. Justin, I am Colorado. What's up, Justin? Here we go. Debbie Pierce with a $2 super chat. Debbie, we'll throw that up next. 1st and 10 for Easton Stick and the Chargers. And it's a handoff and a gain of about 6 or Gerald Ever. I looked down. Why is the tight end getting a handoff, or was that a quick throw? I didn't see exactly. 2nd and 4, nevertheless, though. Debbie Pierce, $2 super chat. Debbie, what's going on? Happy New Year from Merida, California. Debbie, Happy New Year to you. Thank you, as always, for supporting the channel. I hope you have a wonderful 2024, Debbie. 2nd and 4, Easton Stick's pass is completed for a 1st down. Gain of a little over 10 yards. And a nice throw that time by Stick. And the Chargers are making some moves right now. First and 10. Second down and 5. Yep. We'll just do that. Shotgun snap. Stick throw into the right side. That is incomplete. 3rd and 5. Span those threes. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. 3rd and 5. Fourth down, incomplete pass. Sorry, I was looking for injury news. Okay. Fourth and 5. And the Chargers punted away. And a nice Chargers bounce is going to have that ball down inside the 10 with 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. I've got Cadence Pierce. Any relation to Debbie Pierce, potentially? Just going to go on a limb there and say that one. Red zone peak, by the way. Chargers, I beg your pardon, Chiefs, are leading the Bengals 7-3. That game could have been really important if Joe Burrow was still healthy. Which, I mean, it still is important for both teams. It just doesn't have that same oomph. Don't you agree? Meanwhile, the Steelers are leading the Seahawks 10-7. Charlie, what is my Super Bowl prediction? My Super Bowl prediction is my preseason Super Bowl prediction was Dolphins-Eagles. I might change to Ravens-49ers. I know it's chalky, and you usually kind of get a little bit chalk when it comes to NFL playoffs, like at least the 1 or 2 seeds going far. But just both, the 49ers, I'm very confident in going to the Super Bowl. So out of the AFC, you can make some good arguments for a lot of different teams. Obviously, the Ravens look like the best team right now. They're relatively healthy, which is important. At least they are at the quarterback position. Ty Man says Browns, Lions. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'm thinking Niners. I liked the Dolphins were my preseason Super Bowl prediction, but they just cannot beat good teams. So how are they supposed to win 3 straight games in the postseason, all against playoff teams? That might be a problem that they did not account for. The Dolphins need to find a playoff system where they play teams that missed the playoffs. That they would go far that one. Okay. We have a $5 super chat rolling in. Let's go. $5 super chat from Nebraska Edits. I heard Fields might be the next QB. What do you think about it? What do you think about it this at? What do I think about Fields potentially coming to, say, Denver? I think every team should like Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields, and I've been saying it for a long time, is a very, very talented quarterback that is better than what the record would indicate and what maybe some of the stats would indicate. I think Justin Fields is a very good quarterback, and if the Broncos were to land him, I think it'd be a fantastic move. I know they could have gotten him over Pat Surtain, and they passed on him ultimately, and I don't think Denver would undo that right now, but Justin Fields, every team with the quarterback needed problem should be calling the Bears if he is available, especially with the Bears having secured the first overall pick. If they are dead set on Caleb Williams, then Justin Fields, available for the right price, would be very interesting. Okay. If I had to rank Justin Fields for all teams starting week 1 quarterbacks, like remove injuries and not rank him amongst Jarrett Stidham, I think of the 32 QBs, have Jaleel McLaughlin takes a 2nd and 6 handoff for a gain of 10. I would say Fields ranks 11 to 15. I think he's just outside the top 10. I think there's also just a lot of really good freaking quarterbacks right now. Like when everyone's healthy, like you start counting out the top 10 and you're like, Kirk Cousins or Dak might not be 10. They both play like top 10 quarterbacks for a lot of time. 1st and 10. Stidham drops back, throws to his left. This is caught. Adam Trotman on 1st and 10. He picks up about 10 yards. He got gator rolled, though. Oh, it didn't look good. He's on the Broncos sideline right now. This might be your classic hip drop tackle. I think so. Kendricks kind of just using his body weight and pinning down Trotman's ankle, right? And then he just goes, we're going down with gravity. And that hurts because you're being pulled back, and at the same time, while your back's going back, your knee is being pushed forward. Second and 1. Stidham under center. Takes the snap. Play fake. Stidham looking. Stidham airing it out. Deep ball. Picked off. No, incomplete. Man, Derwin James had it in his hands. Couldn't hold on to it. Went through his hands. It nearly fell to his receiver. Big throw from Jarrett Stidham. Should have been picked off and then nearly caught, actually. Philip Dorsett, who was activated from the practice squad along with Michael Bandy because of Cortland Sutton and Marvin Mims' injuries. Nearly hauled in the deep pass. Mango, can the Bills win the Super Bowl? I'm not a Bills believer. They were fucking around with the Patriots today. 3rd and 1, Stidham takes the snap. It's a QB sneak and a first down, Jarrett Stidham. That will be the last play of the first quarter. Type those ones indeed. Ravens, I say Ravens, Seahawks, different bird. Seahawks just scored a touchdown. They now lead the Steelers. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I'm not really sure. I wouldn't even say he fell. Like, he would still went first round, but he was a very good wide receiver at Ohio State. Seattle got a great pick there. They didn't necessarily need a wide receiver, but he's their future guy. What's up? Is JSN or Marvin Harrison Jr. better? I go Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison gives me major. One, I thought for sure it would go like the Cardinals had the second or third pick, and they would take Marvin Harrison because he gives me extreme Larry Fitzgerald vibes. I don't know if he's going to be like a senator, like Larry Fitzgerald might be in Arizona one day, but he just seems like a guy you want on your team for all 15 years of his career. Okay. Yeah, check out the live sub count indeed. Meanwhile, Big Tex and everyone that cares at all. 99% chance of winning my fantasy league. I am up 30. I've got the I got the Broncos defense, and he's got Austin Eckler. We're one quarter in, and so far Eckler has 13 yards. I like my chances, baby. Let's go. The issue is if Eckler scores, it's like a double whammy because the Broncos defense loses points. But for now, we take it. That's what I'm talking about. This is how we do it. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. Step Brothers. Yeah. Big win, come on. I've won my league in a while. All right, enough about my fantasy league. No one cares about it. I'm going to lose viewers. I just lost one. 282 down to 281. Bengals did score. So, hey, if the Chiefs lose and the Broncos win, Week 18, Denver wins, Chiefs lose, Denver wins the division. I know that it seems crazy to think that could ever happen. Not could ever happen, but like could happen this year. If only the Chargers were a little bit more competent, because that's who the Chiefs play next week. But hey, NFL, any given Sunday. First and 10 for Stidham. Snap to Stidham at the 35. Throw over the middle is incomplete. Looks to have gone off the hands of his receiver. Brandon Johnson couldn't quite make the squeeze on the grab. So Stidham now 6 for 12, 41 yards. He's thrown the ball 12 times already? Has he really? I guess so. I didn't think he got that big of a number already. Yeah, he has. Okay. 2nd and 10 for Stidham. It's a handoff, and a run for McLaughlin goes nowhere. No gain. The Baltimore Ravens have secured the number 1 seed in the AFC. And the 49ers secure the number 1 seed in the NFC. So both of those teams will rest their guys Week 18. Stidham on 3rd and 10, rolls to his left, tucks in and run. Jarrett Stidham is going to make a nice play and get the first down. There is a flag. I think with the playoff picture, a lot of teams might be locked into some spots now. You know, the 2 1 seeds locked up. The 5 seed for the Browns is locked up. I don't know if those are the only 3 spots secured. McGlinchey not in the game right now with a rib injury. So Cam Fleming taking over at right tackle, but Ben Powers got called for holding on the last play. Third and 20. Russ in the gun. Oh. Stidham in the gun. Take a sip. Stidham takes a snap. Stidham is sacked. Stidham was hip checked. That's an embarrassing sack. Oh, boy. I don't know what the hell just happened. Stidham, Khalil Mack pushes Ben Powers into Jarrett Stidham. And Stidham just kind of falls down after that. So, and Khalil Mack gets his 100th sack of his career. Good for Khalil. 4th and 29, and the Riley Dixon punt sucks. It sucks. Okay, so Khalil Mack. Khalil. All right. What you got? Broncos Chargers. 300 people tuned in. Like the video. Get us to 100 likes. When we get to 100 likes, we are doing a free entry for our Broncos t-shirt giveaway. I've got the shirt. I'll move it over right now, Tex. Yeah. So we can throw it on screen for everyone to see. You just tell us the size, and we'll ship it right to you. You could get a Broncos t-shirt for absolutely free just by liking a YouTube video. What's not to like? Is Russ playing? Slam Weatherspoon has been under a rock for the last few days. Russ is backing up Jarrett Stidham by choice. Not his choice. Sean Payton's. Okay. Jarrett Stidham is in. We are 18 likes away from 100 likes. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. You got John Wayne Everett in the chat. Debbie Pierce is in the chat. 16 likes away. Let's go. Red zone peak. Steelers trailing the Seahawks 14-10, but they are inside the Seattle red zone. Jake Browning and the Bengals with the ball, with the lead, and 2nd and goal for Cincinnati. A win for the Bengals would do a lot for their postseason chances, of course. With only 2 games left and at 8-7, they do not have much room for error. And playing at Arrowhead is not a good place to go to if that's the situation. But the Chiefs, they are frauds this year. They are frauds. I don't know how far, if far at all is even an appropriate word to use for Kansas City in the postseason this year. I don't know if they're going to figure this out. They are just not a great football team this year. And that's okay for them. Like, they're going to be okay. They have Patrick Mahomes, so they're not going anywhere. But it doesn't really seem like they're going to get it figured out this year. I'll tell you this much. I do look forward to betting against the Chiefs. I think they lose at home round 1. And the other team's going to be big dogs. And I'm going to just make love to that opposing money line. 2nd and goal for the Bengals at the 8-yard line against the Chiefs, up by 3. Jake Browning is going to tuck it and run and get 3 yards. 1st and 10 at the 40 for Easton Stick and the Chargers now. 7 likes away from 100. Quick throw on the slant is caught. Gain of about 6. Pat Surtain making the tackle. Third and goal for the Bengals. Let's see what's going on in Kansas City right now. Meanwhile, the Chargers still in the huddle. Easton Stick, 2 for 6 for 21 yards today. 3rd and goal from the 5 for Browning. Jake Browning on 3rd and goal. Incomplete. Stick under center. Approaching midfield. Takes the snap. It's a handoff to Austin Eckler. Tackle him. And Austin Eckler gets about 4 to 5 yards and a first down for the Chargers. And across the 50. First and 10. Eckler 4 carries, 17 yards today. I wouldn't say feel bad for, well, I guess the fall off for Austin Eckler this year compared to last year. The guy was advocating for a pay increase, and I'm sure the Chargers are happy that they stood still. 1st and 10. Stick pitches left. Another run for Austin Eckler, and he is tackled up by a handful of orange jerseys. Gain of 3. Oh, there's a penalty on that last Bengals play. 1st and goal now from the 1 for Browning. Handoff, Mixon. And he is stopped. 2nd and goal for the Bengals. 2nd and 7 right now for the Chargers, though. Second and 7. Stick throwing to his left. This is caught, 1st down and more. Inside the 25. Taken down at the 20 by Justin Simmons. And Erickson. I do not know who Erickson is. But he's got a big gain for LA. And the Chargers are out to the Broncos 20. Inside the Prize Picks red zone. Is there a chat sports in every state? No. We have our headquarters, Dallas, and then we've got another office in Cincinnati, but just 2 people work there. 1st and 10. Run right for the Chargers. Gain of 2. 2nd down. Under 11 to play in the first half. It's 3-0 Denver. Over 280 people watching right now. Remember to like the video if you have not already. We are 4 likes away from 100 likes. Second and 8. In the gun. Easton Stick at the 18-yard line. Takes the snap. Drops back. Throws. Eckler. Incomplete, thank God. Third down. Incomplete. Hi, man. That's where Tom. Remember when you won the Bengals thing? That's where he is. And we got to 100 likes. I'm picking someone from the chat for a free entry for our Broncos t-shirt giveaway. 3rd and 8. Span those threes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's move. 3rd and 8 from the 18. Stick, shotgun snap, 4-man rush, throwing, end zone. Ladies and gentlemen, with me, incomplete. 4th and 8. And I'm picking someone out of the chat in 3, 2, 1. I've got Thomas Chick. Thomas Chick with a free entry. Let's throw up the Broncos t-shirt, by the way, so we can at least kind of illustrate what we're talking about here. It's a great picture from Amazon. As Cameron Dicker, the kicker, is on, trying to make it a tied ball game. And the field goal is good. So 3-3 right now. But super chat and you enter into a giveaway race to win this bad boy. Every 100 likes, actually every 50 likes, we're going to do a free entry from someone in the chat. But if you want to guarantee an entry, super chat, and we'll include you in that race at the end of the game. By the way, this was all made possible by a viewer who wants to remain anonymous. They know who they are, and I cannot thank them enough for their support of the channel over the entire season. All right, while we're at commercial here, let me tell you guys about our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. It's really simple. It's really easy. You pick 2 to 6 players. Now, the more players you select, well, the more potential winnings. And then you choose more or less on their projected stats. And if you go perfect, well, you could turn $10 into $250. So when you look at my selections for Sunday Night Football, I like the less on Jaron Hall's passing yards because he's, a rookie. And then the more on Jordan Love and Justin Jefferson's total yardage. And then finally, the less on Alexander Madison, who is the backup now in Minnesota for Ty Chandler. Wonder where he started his collegiate career off. Must have been a really good school at 19.5 rushing yards. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. I put that link because I love all of you in the comments, the description, and in the live chat of today's video. That's Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Closing in on 20,000 subscribers. I really want to get there before the end of the day. Go into 2024 with 20K subs. One of the largest Broncos YouTube communities out there. If you're not a part of it, join today. By the way, the Bengals ended up scoring on 3rd and goal with Jake Browning running it in himself. So Cincinnati is taking it right now to the Chiefs. And now we got L'Jarius Sneed and Jamar Chase getting into a tiny Cortland Finnegan, Andre Johnson skirmish. John, Steelers did score a touchdown. They now lead the Seahawks. Here we go. It is 3-3, by the way. And Tex just ran to the bathroom, so he'll change the score once he comes back. No one goes to the bathroom more than producer Tex. 5 times a game. 1st and 10, Denver after the touchback. All right, here we go. Lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in. 3-3 with under 10 to go in the second quarter. It's a run play for the Broncos on 1st and 10, and Jaleel McLaughlin has a gain of 4. So the Broncos very much committed to the run right now with Brett Rippon making his 3rd career NFL start. Remember, the Broncos gave Brett Rippon a pretty lucrative offseason contract. It was decent to good backup money for a guy that only has 2 career starts. So you really knew that Denver liked what they saw in Jarrett Stidham. 2nd and 6. Ravens beat the Dolphins 56-19. Snap for Stidham. Throw to the right is caught by Williams, and Williams doing a nice shimmy right there with his defender. Tex 3-3, by the way. Broncos football with under 9 to play here. For anyone in the fight of their lives for their fantasy football leagues, Najee Harris has a touchdown run for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it gives the Steelers a 3-point lead. Third and 2. John, it was everyone works in Dallas. There was some special circumstances that were granted for the Cincinnati office. It was not like a choose your own adventure. 3rd and 2. Snap to Stidham. Pitch right to McLaughlin. Has a nice block from Cam Fleming. And Jaleel McLaughlin's got the first down. Nice job by the UDFA. Hype those ones indeed. First down, Denver. And the Broncos doing a nice job of running the ball today. First and 10, McLaughlin up to 40 yards already today. First and 10. Stidham at his own 44 takes the snap. Throwing to the right side, that's incomplete. I don't know what that was. I mean, those Stidham and Brandon Johnson were not even in the same zip code of what that route was. So incomplete pass. Really nice spiral. Just no one home. Cadence Pierce, what do I think about Russell being benched? There's so much to really take in. I don't agree with the benching. I don't think you're getting a spark out of Stidham so far. Snap to Stidham, pitch right, run for Pirine. Like, Stidham hasn't done much through the air today. It's been all running. So, don't sell me this lie that you benched him. You benched Russell Wilson for his poor play. You benched him because of his contract. Which I don't blame Russell Wilson for saying no to, not even like taking less money or anything like that. He just said no to, I'm not removing my injury guarantee because if I were to get injured, I've got nothing now. Why would he agree to that? 3rd and 8 at the 46. Stidham in the gun. 3rd and long. Let's see what Sean Payton has for his quarterback. Pressure mounting. Stidham stepping up in the pocket and throwing. Nice throw, 1st down. That's Lil Jordan Humphrey doing some great work after the catch. He's free. Humphrey inside the 10. Humphrey to the end zone. Touchdown, Lil Jordan Humphrey. What a great play by the former Texas Longhorn. Jarrett Stidham has his first touchdown pass as a Denver Bronco. And Lil Jordan Humphrey had an incredible run after the catch. 54 yards. Was he down before? I think he's got it. I think that's 6. What a great just effort and play by Lil Jordan Humphrey. I mean, that could have been a gain of 10, maybe 15, maybe 20. But 54 and a touchdown. And a great job by Stidham. Pressure's coming, steps up in the pocket, and makes a perfect throw. And the extra point is good. So 10-3 Denver with 6.5 to go in the first half. Great job by Lil Jordan Humphrey. And nice work by Jarrett Stidham to find him. Let's go. 311 people tuned in. Johnny, is that the longest touchdown this season? No. The Marvin Mims week 2 touchdown against the Commanders. That was, someone fact check me, 83 yards, I want to say. So that's the longest touchdown of the season. Let's go. I've got some sad news, by the way. Bradley Chubb is feared to have torn an ACL. So, obviously, Bradley Chubb, a fan favorite, if you will. Never want to see that happen. Unfortunate. Hopefully, it is not as serious as they fear. But that sucks. That really sucks for him, right? Going into the playoffs like that. All right, Super Chat menu in the meantime, though. Every Super Chat is a shout-out. $2 Super Chat. We're doing something fun. Every time they put Russell Wilson on screen, for the next 60 seconds, every $2 Super Chat I get is a shot. $5 Super Chat gets you entered into our Broncos t-shirt giveaway. We're going to do that race at the end of the game. $10, it's a Beers Cheers. And $20 gets you added to our Mile High Club. This is the t-shirt giveaway, by the way. So, we'll put it on screen for you now. The t-shirt was sponsored by a viewer of the channel who asked to be anonymous, so we will respect their wishes. But if you want to get this Broncos t-shirt in whatever size you want, let us know and we'll ship it right to you. Either Super Chat and we include you in the race, or like the video, and every 50 likes, we're picking someone out of the chat for a free entry. And finally, this is our Mile High Club. It's not the one that you were conceived in. No, it is our Broncos hard hat. So if you want to join it, $20 Super Chat, and you can join a lot of legends of the Broncos Breakdown. Live sub count, we are getting closer. I want 20K. I want to wake up on January 1st with 20,000 subscribers. I know I'm being greedy. I know I'm being selfish, but you can't lie and say 20K does not have a nice ring to it. 19.9 is cool. 20K is cooler. Yeah. John, I need that hard hat and shirt. John, if you super chat, you could get entered into the, or you will get entered into the giveaway race for it, and you might win it. Okay. Little Jordan Humphrey with his 3rd touchdown of the year. Remember, he had a couple touchdowns early in the season, all in the red zone. That Commanders game and the Bears game? Oh, maybe, no, I think he scored in the Raiders game, week 1. So, touchback here, and it'll be 1st and 10 Chargers at their own 25. All right, let's count the missed tackles here. So, it's a great play by Jarrett Stidham just to get the ball to him. So, 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, 4 missed tackles, 4.5 missed tackles. First one, breaks 2 ankles there. Squeeze me, breaks his ankles. Then he gets out of an arm tackle. and then gets a nice block from Jerry Jeudy. 1st and 10. John Mills is in the chat, and a quick pass to the flat here is caught for a gain of about 7. 2nd down coming up here. Little Jordan Humphrey. I do not know where he went to high school. South Lake Carroll, same place as Quinn Ewers. 2nd and 2. The Bengals-Chiefs game, 2-minute warning, 17-10 Cincinnati. I don't know. Run for Austin Eckler on 2nd and 2. He got about 2 yards, and that should be enough for a 1st down, but we'll see where they spot it. First and 10 for the Chargers at the 35-yard line. 5.5 to play. Eckler, 6 carries, 22 yards on the day. Snap, handoff, run for Eckler to the left side, and Eckler's got about 4 yards, and Eckler draws a flag. I don't know if he drew a flag. There was a flag on the play, though. P.J. Locke made a nice hit. Holding, offense. Wipes away about a 4-yard run from Austin Eckler. Rashawn Slater, their star left tackle, he held Jonathan Cooper. Yep. Johnny, what are the chances Denver starts next year without Jerry and Sutton? I don't think very high that both are gone. I could see Jerry Jeudy being traded. If a good offer came in, Denver's not going to be clinging on to him after this performance this year. But I think Cortland Sutton will return. 1st and 20, snap to Stick. Stick throwing, and that is caught, but really no gain. Alex Singleton, quick to make the tackle. 2nd and 17. Let's go. We got John K in the chat, too. We got all sorts of legends. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 15. LA at their own 30-yard line. Stick takes the shotgun snap. 2nd and long. Throws to his right. That pass is caught. Gerald Everett. Gain of 4. And that'll bring up 3rd and long. But you know what that means. 3rd down. Start spamming those 3s. Let's go. Spam those 3s, boys and girls. 3rd and 11. Spam those 3s. Let's go. Stick in the gun at his own 34. Under 4 to play. Snap to Stick. 4-man rush. Throws to the left. That is caught near the 1st down marker. Let's see where they spot it. And they're going to spot Erickson a yard short. Fabian Moreau made the tackle. It'll be 4th and 1. And what do the Chargers want to do? They want to punt it away. Oh, the broadcast thinks a fake punt might be on the horizon. J.K. Scott. Take those 4s. Let's go. Johnny, Raiders eliminated from the playoffs. Good. The Raiders suck. And the annoying thing is that they have had the fake punt, fake punt, fake punt, fake punt. Nowhere! Blowed up! The broadcast got it right. Fake punt to the up man. And Ben Neiman, he picks up the fumble at one point. Oh, it's a disaster. It makes Chernobyl look not so bad. It's an awful job. Poor execution. And Drew Sanders, the rookie, makes a nice tackle on special teams. Nice job. Let's go. Denver takes over. They're in business on the Chargers half of the 50. First down, Denver at the Chargers' 35 to 40-ish yard line. Let's see where they spot it. At the Chargers' 42, actually. Stidham in the gun. Under 3 to play in the first half. Snap to Stidham. It's a pass. And he's going to throw it out of bounds. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 with 2:44 to go. Trent, we got 2 minutes and 44 seconds until the half. Second and 10. What a disaster. Fake punt. Let it ride. Will Russ be retired next year? I don't think Russ wants to retire. If he retires, he loses a lot of money. 2nd and 10. Stidham under center. Takes the snap. It's another pass. Floats it. This is caught. And gain of 11. Is that Nate Atkins? No, I beg your pardon. It's Lucas Kroll. Lucas Kroll, who has really come on the last month and a half or so for the Broncos. An ascending tight end for this team. First down, Denver, out to the Chargers 31. Almost 2-minute warning. Stidham in shotgun. Takes the snap. Stidham throwing to his left. That is incomplete. Man, Philip Dorsett is begging for a PI call. He says the defender got there too early. Asante Samuel in on the coverage. Is it too early? Kind of. It's pretty bang. I think they could have thrown a flag or they could not have. Either way. Can someone, by the way, give me a timeout? Could you find maybe an update on Christian McCaffrey? I'm just a little curious how serious his injury is. Run for Javonte Williams. I feel bad. I'm always giving timeout homework. He's like, Sunday is supposed to be a day free of homework. Two-minute warning time. Grant with a $5 super chat. Let's go, Grant. Thank you very much, Mr. Claycomb. Grant Claycomb with a $5 super chat. Let's go, Grant. Added to our Broncos t-shirt giveaway race. We're going to do that at the end of the game, so stay tuned. But Grant, $5 super chat. Cheers to you, my man. Thank you so much. Here is the super chat menu if you're like, what the heck is Petey talking about? Super chat menu for today as the Broncos lead 10-3. Every super chat is a shout-out. $2 super chat every time they put Russell Wilson on camera. We're going to do a 60-second shot clock, and every $2 super chat in those 60 seconds, I take a shot. $5, as Grant just discovered, gets you entered into our Broncos t-shirt giveaway, which we're going to do at the end of the game. And this is the t-shirt. $10 super chats, a beers, cheers, and then $20 you get added to our Mile High Club. It is this Broncos hard hat right here, because we are a lunch pail team, baby. We are going to work today. Lunch pail time. So that is our super chat menu. If you really enjoy the content we perform here and you want to support the channel, super chats are a great way to do so. I mean, they go above and beyond, of course, so greatly appreciated. And if not, just like the video. You have no idea how much liking the video means to me. Ty man, questionable with a calf injury. Okay. Will Anderson set the Texans rookie sack record with 7 sacks. Beat J.J. Watt. Good company to be in right there. He had 2 sacks today against the Titans in a win. All right, we're almost at 19,850. If we can get 7 more subscribers before the next ball is snapped, we'll do a free entry for the Broncos t-shirt giveaway. But I need 7 more subs before the next snap. So let's even get there. Cadence Pierce, do you think the Broncos will make the playoffs? No, I do not think the Broncos make the playoffs. G. Vandy, I want Fields as our QB so bad. Could have had him. I mean, had the opportunity. But yeah, let's see if the Bears end up, I don't know. trading him at all. Let's ride. What's the beers? Cheers? Cheers to you, my man. 5 subs away. 3rd and 4. 4 subs away. We're so close. Vinegar strokes. Snap. That's too bad. Stidham throws, and that is broken up. Jerry Jeudy on the slant. Ball is a little behind, and now we have 4th and 4. Okay. Fourth and 4. 43-yarder from Will Lutz is up, and it is good. So the Broncos tack on 3 more, and they make it a 10-point lead with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. It'll be Easton Stick coming on, trying to perform a 2-minute drill. Yep. Grade the Broncos so far. I would give them a B+ grade. Like, I feel like if you get an A grade in the first half, you probably got to lead by 2 touchdowns or something. So, B+ is fine. Defense is doing great. Offense is doing very well. They're on pace for 26 points. So, you quantify, the broadcast is raising a fair point about, like, are you getting a spark from Jarrett Stidham? You got 13 points in the first half. So, it's not tremendous, but it's not bad. I mean, 13 points in the first half is, by a lot of counts, pretty solid numbers. So, let's see. Let's wait and see. Time Man says B+. Christopher says B+. Dodge Lutz paid for Broncos and Raiders tickets, but before they lost to the Pats, bad investment. It's probably not going to be a very meaningful game next week in Las Vegas. Denver will not be eliminated today as 1st and 10 passes incomplete. I guess if the Broncos win today, but the Chiefs win, then Denver's eliminated from the AFC West race. And if Denver wins today, but so do a couple other AFC teams, then they might be out of the playoff hunt altogether. But on the bright side is, if there's one city to go to for a meaningless football game, it would be Vegas. 2nd and 10, snap to Stick. Stick throwing to his left, and that is caught, but out of bounds maybe. Incomplete. So back-to-back incomplete passes, and now we have 3rd and 10. I think that might be a completed catch. I don't know if Erickson got his right foot down, got right toe down. But this might be a completed pass for Erickson. This is very close. I kind of think it's a catch, though. I just can't really tell if his toe is on the ground or if it's slightly off the ground. Well, I think it's kind of I think it's a catch. I think it's a catch. It would be nice for the Broncos if the Steelers lost. And right now they are winning, but Seattle, down 3, is on Pittsburgh's half of the 50. I think it's a catch. Now that right toe starts to come off the ground the moment he catches the ball. But I think it's a catch. By the way, update in the Bengals-Chiefs game. It's 17-13 Cincinnati. And the Bengals are trying to tack on some points to end the first half. Meanwhile, Seattle already into the second half. Were they the first game to kick off? Were they the 3:05 game? They must have been. Yeah, they were. Yeah. Okay. Let's ride. What do you think the score will be for this game? 21-6? 21-6? I don't think the Chargers are going to score a touchdown there. They do not look like a team that's going to go down the full field on Denver's defense. Yeah. Call overturn. It's a first down catch for the Chargers, and it is the right call. It looked like a catch to me. We got Atlantis Gaming in the house. Good to see you, Atlantis Gaming. We're also 4 likes away from another free entry. So like the video if you have not already to get a Broncos t-shirt for free. First and 10. Stick in the gun at his own 41-yard line. Takes the snap. Quarterback draw for Easton Stick. And works pretty well. Gets about 9 yards out to the 50-yard line. Chargers have all 3 timeouts, 90 seconds and counting. Denver has 2 timeouts. 10-point lead for the Broncos. 2nd and 1, snap to Stick. It's a run. And Eckler on 2nd and 1 picks up about 2 yards. And that'll bring up first down Chargers. And I think a timeout's probably coming from the Chargers indeed. So LA burns their first timeout of the second half as they move across the 50-yard line trying to get some points before the end of the half here. While they're at commercial break, I'm going to tell you guys about the Bengals-Chiefs game. 17-13, and I don't know what Cincinnati was just thinking. The clock just ran out at Arrowhead. The Bengals threw a play that was an inbounds play with no timeouts remaining, so they don't even get a kickoff in time. That did not seem very smart. We are back. Minute 19. First and 10 Chargers at the Broncos 48. Trying to get in Dicker the kicker range. First and 10 for Stick. Takes the shotgun snap. Broncos bring pressure. Quick throw is caught. This is a gain of 4, but the clock's running. Tick, 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 tick. Not a good transaction for LA. 4 yards in exchange for about 15 seconds of clock. Snap to Stick. Easton Stick throws to his right. That is caught. And a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and short, but a flag on the play with 56 seconds remaining. Holding. Offense. Rashawn Slater. Back it up. Back him up. 2 penalties on Rashawn Slater in this first half. Second and 17. Chargers at their own 45 now. They're a solid 20 yards out of field goal range. Stick throws to his right. That's cut down. Gerald Everett, gain of 3. Tick, 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 tick. Yep. Clock's ticking. Bad transaction. Gain of 3. Gain of 6, actually. But for 15 seconds. Snap to Stick. Stick throwing to his left. That is nearly intercepted. Oh, jeepers creepers, Josie Jewell. That ball was floating for a moment, and Jewell nearly brought it in. He did not catch this. What's the call? Incomplete. I do think it's incomplete. Now let's watch. Does Josie Jewell keep this ball off the ground? PS2 breaks it up, and then it hops around a little bit. This is I think it's it's very close. I think it's incomplete. I think it's incomplete. Sorry, everyone. Punt with 28 seconds to go. Let's get the first half stats ready. Pardon? Yeah. 24 seconds left. Denver's got 2 timeouts. Let's see if they just take a knee and go to the half. Up by 10 with a quarterback making his 3rd start. Maybe don't get too greedy and force a mistake. Or maybe they will take a play or two. We'll wait and see. I mean, they're in the huddle here. I think they're going to at least run a play or two. Yeah. So they're going to run a play or two with 24 seconds left and 2 timeouts at their own 15-yard line. Stidham takes the snap, drops back to pass, dumps it off to Pirine on the screen. Pirine picking up a block or 2. He gets about 11 yards, 16 seconds left, and Denver will use their 2nd timeout. Yeah, so the Broncos use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 remaining. Jalen Spinda, run the dang ball. Shay, are you watching from the air, or do I have a bad feeling your flight got delayed? Trying to get into Will Lutz's range. 1st and 10. 1 timeout left. Stidham, by the way, in the first half, 10 for 20, 120 yards, and 1 touchdown. Okay, good. In the air. In-flight Wi-Fi, I guess. 1st and 10. Stidham puts Dorsett in motion, takes the snap. It's a pass. Stidham throwing over the middle. That's caught Jerry Jeudy. Jeudy across the 40. Jeudy out of bounds, and the Broncos are in field goal range with 8 seconds to go. Jerry Jeudy with a nice play to round out the first half. And Denver is going to likely get a field goal attempt off here. Jerry Jeudy is wide open. No one's even close to him. He's not anywhere near a defender. And he gets all the way out to the 34-yard line. And Sean Payton's aggressiveness will pay off. John, I think it is. I think it is, John. I think Jarrett Stidham is auditioning to at least be the week 1 starter next year. Snap to Stidham. 7 seconds. Quick throw, caught, and a gain of 3. And that's just going to give Will Lutz some extra distance on the, or reduce the distance on the kick. 4 seconds remaining. Now you're good to go. And Will Lutz is going to come on for what's going to be about a 52, 51-yard field goal. Check that. It'll be a 47-48. I didn't realize how many yards Lucas Kroll picked up. So a 48-yarder trying to go 3 for 3 on the first half, and his kick is no good. No good. Missed it wide right by a yard, if that, not even. So Denver maintains a 10-point lead as Will Lutz goes 2 for 3 on field goals in the first half, but a rare miss from Lutz this season. So we're going to get the first half stats up in just a moment here. John, to really answer your question in more depth, I do think Jarrett Stidham is auditioning to go into training camp next year as the team's starting quarterback. I don't see a way they find someone in the offseason who's going to be a clear-cut starter. If you draft a rookie, that does not guarantee them starting week 1 next year. So I think Stidham is trying to be the starter going into 2024 right now. All right, here are the first half stats, by the way, as the Broncos lead 13-3. I'm going to run to the bathroom, and we'll see you guys in a few moments for the second half. Second half here, Broncos leading 13-3. Hasn't been the greatest half of football, I think, just from a general football viewing experience standpoint. But from a Broncos experience, you're up by 10. Hard to complain. So here we go. 1st and 10. The Broncos start the second half with the football, and right now they are alive in the playoff race. I'll tell you why in a moment. 1st and 10, a run for, I don't know what that was. Chris Manhertz, the blocking tight end, clearly not on the same page as his running back, Javonte Williams. Someone got in his way and slowed him down, and it led to a loss of 3 on the play. So, as I was saying a moment ago, with second down coming up here, if the Broncos win and the Chiefs lose, which they are currently losing to the Bengals, Week 18, Broncos, and if the Broncos win and the Chiefs lose, Denver wins the AFC West. I shit you not. 2nd and 13, Stidham climbing the pocket, throws to the right, and this is caught, gain of 3. Jaleel McLaughlin, it'll be 3rd and 10. I know it sounds crazy, but if Denver wins and Kansas City loses, if those results happen again in Week 18, as the Broncos go to Vegas and the Chiefs take on the Chargers, if the Chargers could just beat the Chiefs in Week 18, Kansas City misses the playoffs altogether. We're very close to that happening. 3rd and 10, here we go. Stidham in the gun. Jarrett Stidham takes the snap. Climbing the pocket, throwing over the middle. That's caught, first down. Little Jordan Humphrey. Type those ones. 16-yard gain, and it appears to have come at a price for the Chargers, though. I thought I saw an injured player on the field. Hopefully, whoever that was is okay. Uh-oh. I think I see what the injury is. Watch Derwin James here. Is he okay? I hope so. He was slow to get up after the play. All right, we're good to go. 1st and 10, Denver. Stidham at the 40-yard line, under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. It's a run and a gain of 3 to the right side for McLaughlin. Over 300 people tuned in right now. We're at 170 likes. Remember, every 50 likes, we are doing a free jersey giveaway. And every 50 likes is an entry for that free jersey giveaway, which we're going to do at the end of the game. So like the video, you could get a Broncos shirt sent right to your door. If the Chiefs lose and the Broncos win, I will have seen an absolute remarkable 180 attitude change in Denver, knowing they are not too far removed from making the playoffs and hosting a playoff game. Stidham dumps it off to McLaughlin, and he takes it for a gain of about 4 on 2nd and 7, and that'll bring up 3rd and short. I mean, think about that for a moment. I know I'm getting ahead of myself right now because we still have the rest of this Chiefs-Bengals game. The Broncos could be 2 results away from hosting a playoff game. They would be the 4 seed, and they would play the 5 seed. That would be the Browns. I'm just kind of connecting the dots right now in my head. 3rd and 2, here we go. Near the 50, Stidham under center. 3rd down, takes the snap. It's a run, and this is not going anywhere. Loss about 4 or 5 on the play. Javonte Williams just ran right into the back of a blocker. I don't really know what the blocking assignment was here. Chris Manhertz just gets bullied by Khalil Mack, right? Manhertz is driven off the football. And so Williams gets the ball, and he runs into the back of his blocker. That slows him down, and it results in a loss of 3, 4th and 5, and the Broncos are going to punt it away. So Denver sends a high into the Denver sky, and a beautiful punt from Riley Dixon will be downed at the 10-yard line. So a great punt by Dixon will give the Chargers a 90-yard field with 10 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Now, while they go to commercial break, we are going to tell you guys about our sponsor today, which is Prize Picks. Thanks to Prize Picks, I've had an absolute blast watching football games this year that might not seem very compelling, but with Prize Picks, I guarantee you, you will be locked in on the games. Now, Prize Picks is daily fantasy made easy. You pick 2 to 6 players. Now you pick more or less on their stat projections. So for Sunday Night Football, you can ride with me. It's not too late to join. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. And then you can take the less on Jaron Hall's passing yards, the more on Jordan Love and Justin Jefferson's yardage, and the less on Alexander Madison's rushing yardage. And you might come away with a good little pocket of change. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. That link is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are less than 150 subscribers away from 20K. We have got to get there. I mean, just for the sake of helping a Broncos YouTuber out, please subscribe. Don't be the twisted fuck that refuses to subscribe. Let's get to 20K. Let's get there before the 2024 year rings in. Help me out. Click the sub button if you have not already. Let's go. Let's lock it up right now. Let's lock it up right now. Important red zone update. The Bengals leading 17-13. 2nd and 5 from Kansas City's 10-yard line as Johnny rolls in with a $100 super chat. John. John Elway's burner, as I like to say. $100. Let's go, John. Broncos Country. Let's ride to Johnny, baby. John, thank you so much, my man. I cannot thank you enough for all of your support of this channel. You're the man. Johnny, ladies and gentlemen, get the red carpet out. Bow down to our master. Johnny, let's go. As the Chargers run on 1st and 10 to Eckler for a gain of 1. Let's go, Johnny. I've got Kelly, Ty-Man, Neil, Keyshawn, Raku, Takashi, all typing John. Drop those Johns in the chat for Johnny's $100 super chat. Johnny, take a bow. Let's go. 2nd and 8 right now for the Chargers at the 12, and Denver jumps off sides. So it's going to be 5 free yards for LA. Let ride, typing John. Trent, Johnny. Green Bean, Johnny. David Clemente, Johnny. Cadence Pierce, John, let's ride. Get those John E's in the chat like Rhino Raptor. Let's go. Johnny. I also think the Bengals just turned the ball over. Damn it. How do they turn it over? 4th and 1, the Bengals went for it, and I don't think they got it. Meanwhile, the Chargers on 2nd and 3 handed off to Eckler. He picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Yeah, on 4th and 1, the Bengals went for it. They did not get anywhere close to it. First and 10 for the Chargers. Johnny. Let ride. Are we sure he is no John Elway? We're not sure of anything. Speaking of authority figures for franchises, did you guys see what the Panthers owner, David Tepper, did today? He threw, his cup. Take this red Solo cup here. As we have a flea flicker, Easton stick down the field. That's incomplete. So David Tepper, the owner of the Carolina Panthers, his team was getting curb stomped. They were getting shut out at home against the Jags with their backup quarterback. And a Jags fan was in front of the owner's box and I guess was jawing off to him. I'm not sure. And David Tepper takes his cup, and I don't want to illustrate it because it says water in it, but he just threw it on the Jags fan. That's going to get like a $100,000 fine. Cheers. Or maybe not because you're the owner and you kind of get away with stuff. 2nd and 10 for LA. Stick in the gun at his own 20. Takes the snap. Dumps it off. It is caught. Gerald Everett, and a first down run and more for Everett. Gerald Everett gets out of bounds, but not before picking up about 15 and moving the Chargers out towards midfield. First down LA. They trail by 10 early in the third quarter. I don't think it's assault. Sounds a little aggressive. I do think if I'm that guy, I make a huge fuss over it. You can get a little bit of money. 1st and 10, stick throwing to his left. That is caught first down and some extra yardage here. So LA picks up first downs on back-to-back plays. I mean, my guess is whoever got that water dumped on him is going to make a bit of a fuss, and the Panthers reach out and give him $20,000 to shut the fuck up. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at the Broncos 40. And it's a handoff to Eckler, gain of 6. And I would say this is the best Chargers drive we have seen all day. 2nd down and short coming up here. Midway through the third quarter now. Bengals still on top over the Chiefs 17-13. Mahomes has 3rd down deep in his own territory. And Mahomes going deep. And it's caught for the first down. But there is a flag. 2nd and 3. At the Denver 34-yard line. Stick in shotgun. Easton stick, play clock winding down, takes the snap. It's a handoff, and no real gain on the play, maybe a yard and a half. So that'll bring up 3rd and short, but you know what to do on 3rd down, everyone. Spam those threes. Let's go! Herbert suffered a finger injury. Yeah. 3rd and 2. Spam those threes. Let's go. Let's go. At the Denver 33-yard line. Stick in shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a handoff. And that's going nowhere. 4th down. Broncos run defense stands tall. Alex Singleton leading the charge, and we have 4th and 2. Let's go. Spam those 4s as Dicker the kicker comes on for a field goal attempt, trying to make it 13-6. The Chargers' best drive of the day stalls with 2 yards remaining. So it's going to be a 45, 50-yard field goal from the middle of the field. 50-yarder for Dicker the kicker is up, and it is good. So Cameron Dicker makes it, and he makes it a one-score game. 13-6, Broncos leading right now. So at halftime, we changed the live poll, and if you haven't gone and voted yet, please do so. Grade Jarrett Stidham's first half, or so far. It's interesting. The number one response is B, and B is appropriate probably, right? But I do find it interesting that the majority is only 42%. So it's not even really technically the majority, just the plurality, right? With the most people are voting for. But not even half of Broncos Country thinks he has played a B game. We've got a lot of dissenting opinions across A, B, and C. So no one seems to be really all on the same page with Jarrett Stidham so far as the Broncos starting quarterback. Cadence Pierce, what's your prediction for the Broncos versus Raiders game? Let's finish this game first. But I want to believe Denver can beat the Raiders. They have to beat the Raiders. They have not beaten the Raiders since the Raiders moved to Las Vegas. A long time. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Talking nearly 4 straight years of being swept. 2nd and 10, the Chiefs find Rashee Rice to move him all the way inside the 15. Kansas City trailing by 4 midway through the third quarter, and they are driving with an opportunity to take the lead over the Bengals. We got Max Skinny. Max Skinny. Why do I feel like Max Skinny comes to our watch parties every week just to pull for the other team? I thought Max Skinny was a Patriots fan, but now I don't know what Max Skinny's a fan of. Yeah. We are 11 likes away from 200 likes. If you have not liked the video yet, make sure you do so. When we get to 200 likes, we're going to pick someone out of the chat for a free entry for the Broncos t-shirt giveaway we are doing. If you want to get a free t-shirt, liking a YouTube video is a very simple thing to do to potentially get one, don't you think? 10 likes away. 10 likes away. 6 likes away. 6 likes away. Let's go. Pierce liked it. Ty Man liked it. 3 likes away. Mahomes on 2nd and 7 has his pass deflected. 3rd down right now for Kansas City. Big stand here by Cincinnati could keep them in the lead. And we got to 200 likes. Let's go. Okay, start spamming DEN right now if you want the Broncos to win. Spam DEN, and I'm going to pick someone out of the chat for a free entry for our Broncos t-shirt giveaway. As the Chargers kick it off to restart the game, it goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, I'm picking someone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've got Cadence Pierce. Cadence Pierce. 4th and 4 for the Chiefs. Let's watch and see how this goes. As Harrison Butker will come on for a field goal. It's a good decision by Kansas City. Like, you should know that if you go into the 4th quarter down by 1, there's probably going to be an opportunity where Mahomes can at least get you into field goal range. 1st and 10, Denver at their own 25. It's a snap and it's a handoff and a run for Javonte Williams for 4 yards as we are just about 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 13-6 Denver over the Chargers. Broncos have, I wouldn't say dominated this rivalry the last couple of games, but they have definitely held their own against the Chargers, especially at home. Chargers have not won in Denver, I think, since 2018? That sounds right, though. 2nd and 6. Herbert has never won in Denver. Stidham in shotgun, takes the snap. Stidham dropping back, throwing slant, caught. And Brandon Johnson on 2nd and 6 got about 6 yards. So we will see where they spot this football. A nice grab by Johnson. And at least makes it 3rd and short. Third and 1. QB sneak doesn't get it. QB sneak on 3rd and 1 does not work. And the Broncos are likely going to punt it here. And a quick 3 and out for Denver after the Chargers just scored a field goal to go down by 1 score. Let's see what Sean Payton wants to do. I suspect Sean Payton will at least try to get the Chargers to jump. Now, I don't know if he's going to ever actually ask Jarrett Stidham to snap the ball here. So the Broncos are going to line up on 4th and 1 at their own 34-yard line. No chance they snap this football. Stidham trying to get the Chargers to jump. No, they snap it. They hand it off. And it's going to be close, but I think he got it. It is close, but I think Javonte Williams got it. Chargers don't think he did. Official is right on the line to gain. Let's wait and see. And it looks like they're going to signal 1st down Denver. Man, this is a game of inches. Khalil Mack made a nice tackle and nearly brought Williams down shy of the line to gain. So 1st down Denver. Stidham takes a shotgun snap, hands it off, and it's a run up the middle, and a good run too, and a 1st down run. Back-to-back 1st down carries by Javonte Williams. This one a gain of 12. Let's go. 1st down Broncos. Javonte Williams that time just slipping in between his center and his left guard, Ben Powers. First and 10. Stidham hands it off. Running with it. Stidham, gain of about 3. Broncos just dominating on the ground today. That's the difference maker here. I mean, Jarrett Stidham has done a good job. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. But it's the ground game that's really taken a lot of pressure off Stidham in his first start as a Bronco. Stidham 16 for 26, 194 yards and a touchdown. 54-yard touchdown throw to little Jordan Humphrey is the difference maker. Flea flicker, Stidham airing it out! Incomplete. You know what? That flea flicker is exactly what I have thought for a long time, and that is flea flickers, the running back pitches back too quickly. Like, there's no way the defense buys it when it's that quick of a turnaround. That time, they give it plenty of time, but the defense still does not fall for the flea flicker. So an incomplete pass, 3rd and 8 coming up here. I like the play call still. Getting your trick bag a little bit. Stidham takes a shotgun snap. Pressure coming. Stidham climbing the pocket. Stidham in trouble, and he's sacked. Jarrett Stidham is sacked for a loss of 4 on 3rd and 8. And the Chargers defense ultimately does their job and gets off the field. As we move under 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Never say that. Jinx it. So the second sack of the day for the Chargers defense. And Riley Dixon sends a high into the Denver sky. Fair catch made at the 12-yard line. So Easton Stick comes out trailing 13-6 with a minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's get a stop. Red zone peak here. This is important for the Broncos. Steelers 24-20 as they dump it off to Jaylen Warren, who is close to the line to gain. It would be beneficial for the Broncos if the Steelers lost for Denver to have a wild card path. Over 400 people tuned in right now. Big text, let's show them our live sub counter because I would love to hit 20,000 subscribers before the new year, and we are very close to doing so. 19,862, 63. Come on, let's get there. 64, 65, 66. Help us reach 20,000 subscribers. We are closing in. Let's go. So close. We got to at least get to 19,900. Otherwise, just a complete failure. Over 400 people tuned in. I know there are some of you not subscribed yet. 4th and inches, by the way, in Seattle between the Steelers and the Seahawks. 4-point game in the 4th quarter favoring the Steel City. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go for it. Let it ride. Who do I think will win the Super Bowl? I think the Niners. I know that the Ravens just beat the crap out of them, but I just think the Niners are so good. And the Ravens are too, I know. Both 1 seeds for a reason. Ramondo, what's my thoughts on the Broncos Russ situation? People are so focused on the guaranteed money for 2025. Are we just not thinking about the $85 million dead cap hit? Like, hold on to Russ for another year unless you know you can get better quarterback play, which I don't know if you can. And it's not like you've got a great draft pick to go get a quarterback this year anyway. You know, if the Broncos were really trending downwards, sure, go take Jaden Daniels. But if they win this game, they're going to be 8 wins minimum, and they're going to be picking between 14 and 17-ish, give or take. That's a tough spot to find a new franchise quarterback. Steelers on 1st and 10, by the way, handed off. They got the 4th and inches. Trying to add on to their 4-point lead midway through the 4th quarter. First and 10 for the Chargers, backed up to their own 12-yard line. Snap to Stick. Stick throwing. That is caught. Gain of 3. Justin Simmons made the tackle. Second down. At the 16. Stick takes the shotgun snap. Play fake, throwing, and this is caught, and a gain of 7 and another first down for the Chargers. Austin Eckler standing on the sideline for a moment, now rejoins his team. About a minute remaining in the third quarter. It's 13-6 good, guys. The Chargers have an opportunity to tie the game with this drive. 1st and 10. In the gun, Stick at his own 25-yard line, under a minute to play in the quarter, takes the snap. He hands it off. Eckler runs with it, and Austin Eckler gains about 6 yards on the play. 2nd and medium coming up. Meanwhile, in that Steelers-Seahawks game, 4th down for Pittsburgh. Octavio asking, how do I feel about a trade package that includes PS2 to move up and get Drake May? That's a bold trade. You better hope that Drake May is a Hall of Fame QB. If not, you're in trouble. Drake May, I beg your pardon, Easton Stick, Hall of Fame to stretch, but you need him to be a surefire thing if you're moving on from a Hall of Fame caliber cornerback. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter for the Chargers as Easton Stick on the QB draw gets the first down. Like, to kind of round up the Pat Surtain trade package thing, I'm not interested in trading Patrick Surtain. I'm not. But I can recognize that a quarterback is much more impactful to a team than a cornerback. Pat Surtain's been all-pro, and we've seen how many games Denver has won with that. So he can only do so much to really ensure a victory. Whereas a quarterback can change the game a lot more. But I'm not interested in trading Patrick Surtain for a quarterback that's unknown. We might think they're surefire things, but they're just not. Right? Bryce Young was pretty close to surefire, I think, in a lot of ways. How's that working out? All right, checking back in on red zone. Patrick Mahomes trailing by 1, deep in his own territory. Finds Rashee Rice for a first down. If you think Drake May is going to be great, like if I'm told right now, hey, Matthew from the future just came back and said, hey, Drake May is going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback 4 out of his first 5 years in the league. Well, then, yeah. I'll take a really, really good quarterback over a really, really good cornerback. But that's too risky. Call me a coward. I just don't want to move on from Pat Surtain for that big of a risk. I think Drake May can be very good. I do. But I know Pat Surtain's good. Yeah, sure. So Big Tex wants to ask everyone watching, who should be quarterback 1 for 2024? Jarrett Stidham or a rookie? If Jarrett Stidham continues to play the way he has today into the next week, I think he goes into the offseason as this team's starting quarterback. I don't think Russell Wilson's coming back next year. So if that's the case, if they do draft a rookie, which I'm sure they will, it's just a question of which round, right? Do they make it their first-round pick, their second? Well, they don't have a second-round pick. Their third-round pick? And I don't think it matters what round they take a quarterback. I don't think that quarterback's going to come into camp as the starter. I think that'll be Stidham's job initially. 418 people tuned in right now. Remember, if you want to support the channel, Super Chats go a super-duper long way. And we are doing a really cool Super Chat giveaway item, which is a Broncos t-shirt. So if you want to get that Broncos t-shirt, Super Chat, and we will enter you into that giveaway. We're going to do that at the end of the game. Here's the rest of our Super Chat menu. My beer's getting a bit lonely. I would love a beer's cheers right now. And this is the Broncos t-shirt. You just tell us the size, your address, and we will send it to you. Super Chat, and we'll enter you into that raffle giveaway. Broncos think the ball is theirs. On 1st and 10, it was a handoff for the Chargers, and it's Broncos football. Let's go. Josie Jewell comes out of the pack with the ball. They were so nonchalant, but Denver says, we got the football, sir. And indeed they do. Josie Jewell comes away with the ball. Let's go. Austin Eckler fumbled it. Was he down? I can't tell from that angle. I need to watch the replay. Was Eckler down? DJ Jones appears to have forced the fumble. I don't think Eckler's down. That ball is loose, and Eckler is laying on top of a Broncos defender. Let's go. They're reviewing it. I think this is going to stay Broncos football. And boys and girls, not that anyone cares whatsoever, but that right there just clinched my fantasy football league, if it wasn't clinched already. They're reviewing it. I've got the Broncos defense. He's got Austin Eckler. That's a 4-point swing right there. Let's go. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Cadence cares. Thank you, Cadence. Thank you, Cadence. Let's just update the subscriber number. I'm going to close my eyes. Tell me when it's on screen. I'm going to guess. 19,881. That's disappointing. Come on. Oh, there we go. 2 away. 2 away from my projection. Closer. Chipping away. William Nicholson. Thank you, William Nicholson. I know. I grew up with a friend named William Nicholson. I don't know if it's the same William Nicholson, though. I haven't talked to William in a little while, though. But could be. Will, are you my childhood friend? We got Shelly. Brady was just short of being Mr. Okay, we're just going off tangents here. David, it's Stidham's job to lose right now. I agree. Like, I just don't see a way they find a surefire thing in the draft that like comes in as the week 1 starter. You know, and not even the week 1 starter, but just the training camp starter. And Stidham could lose the job to a rookie in training camp. But I think the first day of Broncos training camp 2024, Jarrett Stidham is your QB1. Okay. Steelers are fighting for their playoff lives right now. They're doing a pretty good job of doing so. They've got the lead. They've got the ball in the red zone after a turnover from Seattle. Perez, they have not announced it. I think this call is going to stand, though. I don't know if they're going to find an angle we didn't see that shows Eckler down, but I didn't see one. Here we go. Okay. Austin Eckler is not down. Broncos football. Let's go. Broncos ball. Neil, it just removes one team from that wild card race for that final 7th spot. 1st and 10. Stidham and the offense take over, and on 1st down, they run it with McLaughlin, gain of 2. It is not my childhood friend from Young. William says Arkansas. I'm not from Arkansas. Second down and 8. What's going to happen? Denver taking over in good field position here early in the 4th quarter. Stidham at the Chargers 36 takes a shotgun snap. Throws, caught, Brandon Johnson, gain of about 4 on 2nd and 8. And that'll bring up 3rd and much more manageable. The Chiefs just kicked a field goal. They lead 19-17 over the Bengals. Plenty of time left still. 3rd and 3, Stidham is going to keep it himself. He'll run with it. And on 3rd and 3, Stidham is stopped for a loss. It'd be 4th and 1, and Denver might go for it here. Fourth down. 4th and 2, and the Broncos offense stays on the field. So Denver lines up to go for it at the 30-yard line, 4th and 2. Stidham under center. Takes the snap. Play fake. Stidham on 4th down, throwing to the end zone. Incomplete. Flag, 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 flag. And this might be pass interference. Let's see. Pass interference. This is a bad call. He pulls on Judy's jersey a little bit, I'll say that. But it's a really good play by the DB, actually. He goes airborne, he gets his hand in front of him. That's a tough break for the DB. It looked like a really nice play, but he tugged the jersey. So if the jersey tugs enough, then that's that. First down, though. 1st and goal, Broncos. High formation, Denver. At the 1 yard. Oh, false start, Broncos. Quinn Miners went offsides. Yep. Let's go. I want my fantasy league. Feels good. I know no one cares about it, but I care. You know? I was powered by my running backs the last 4 weeks. James Conner and Christian McCaffrey. Salute to those two. First and goal. Stidham under center. Oh, another false start. What the fuck is going on? This is a false start on Garrett Bowles this time, or Quinn Bailey? But Denver just shot themselves in the foot. They moved back 10 yards. Watch the ball. Garrett Bowles is the guilty party. So Denver's 2 best offensive linemen jump off sides in back-to-back plays starting at the 1 yard line. So 1st and goal now from the 10. I love how Russ, by the way, is wearing a helmet the whole game. Like any what backup quarterback wears a helmet on the sideline? It's just a little cringe. At the 11, 1st and goal, Stidham throwing incomplete. Like, is it I want to stay warm? I think my guess is he's wearing it so he can hear the play call, because you get that in your helmet still. You could also just get like an earpiece and wear a hat, like 99% of backup quarterbacks do. So it's a little bit of a I'm ready, coach. Like, all right, settle down. You're not going in. 2nd and goal. Russell Wilson on the screen. Every $2 super chat for the next 60 seconds. I'm taking a shot of Fireball. 2nd and goal. Snap to Stidham. He throws. This is caught. Maybe. Brandon Johnson hauled it in at the 1 yard line. So Denver's back to where they were a moment ago. 3rd and goal from the 1 now. Brandon Johnson caught this ball for sure. And he is down short of the goal line. Good question. 3rd and goal from the 1. I would run it. You have run the ball so well today. Punch this one in with Javonte Williams. Williams is in the backfield, under center, Stidham, with 12 minutes. Hands it off to him, and Javonte doesn't get it. The fuck do I know? Tackled, and that'll bring up 4th and goal from the 1. So now the question is, you go for it, or do you kick the field goal? I mean, kick the field goal. You go up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. You just tried running it on 3rd and goal. It didn't work. Maybe just take the 3 points and go up 16-6. They're going to go for it. They're going for it from the 2. I would have kicked the field goal. And the Chargers just ran an extra guy in the field, so they burn a timeout. They are all sorts of discombobulated. Over 500 people tuned in right now. Like the video if you want the Broncos to hold on to win. Help us get to 250 likes. We are 30 or 13 likes away. I understand that you're super close to the end zone, but take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. Like, if you don't, you open a window for Easton Stick. Easton Stick cannot erase a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. He can come down from 13-6. And Jarrett Stidham is coming off the sideline livid. I don't know to who. But wisely, the Broncos are going to kick a field goal. As they should. I know you're super close to the end zone. But you just ran it and it didn't work. Yeah. So Will Lutz comes on for a chip shot to make it a 2-score game in the fourth quarter. This is the right decision. Don't bail the Chargers out. They want you to go for it, so they may not get it. Kick is up and good. Let's go. 16-6. Denver leading the Chargers. That's good right there. Indeed. All right. Our sponsor today, Prize Picks, has an awesome deal for Broncos Country. I'm really excited to share with you guys. But first, let me tell you what Prize Picks is. It is daily fantasy made easy. You pick 2 to 6 players and then pick more or less on their projected stats. So take Sunday Night Football. I've got the less on Jaron Hall, the more on Jordan Love and Justin Jefferson's overall yardage. Now, those are goblin projected stats, which means they are lower projected stats, so not as big of a payout, but much easier to get to. And then finally, the less on Alexander Madison, as his rushing yards are at 19.5. So if you like my selections and you want to have some extra interest in your New Year's Eve party tonight that your girlfriend's making you go to, that you don't want to go to, and she says, no, you're going to like my girlfriend's boyfriend's friend, and you go, no, I'm not going to like him. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. Now, that link is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. 16-6, Broncos leading the Chargers here in the fourth quarter as we are, we're chipping away, baby. We got to get to 20,000 subscribers. We are just over 100 away. Help us reach 19,900 first. We're 19 subs away. If we can get to 19,900 before the next snap, we're going to do an extra free entry for our Broncos t-shirt giveaway, which we're going to do at the end of the game. So if you want to be a part of that, subscribe right now or like the video because we are 1 like away from a free entry. So we could get 2 free entries in the next 60 seconds or so. We are 20 subscribers away from doing that. Hit the sub button if you have not already. Good? There we go. Okay. Red zone update here. Chiefs lead the Bengals. That's not good. 19-17 with the ball at midfield. 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Steelers lead the Seahawks. 30-20. That's not good. Late in the fourth quarter. So at one point, results were looking good. Now, not so much. So here's the bad news. If neither one of the results in Kansas City or Seattle flips, Denver's eliminated from the playoffs, even if they win today. So they need one of those two teams to come back and win. And the Seahawks, with 2.5 minutes left, have first and goal. So we need either Seattle to come back or Cincinnati to come back. First and 10 for the Chargers at the 25-yard line. In the gun, Easton Stick takes the snap. Stick throwing, and this is caught, first down, gain of 16, Erickson. So again, we need the Steelers or the Chiefs to lose to stay alive. First and 10 for Stick. His pass is incomplete. 2 minutes and 13 seconds. The Seahawks have second and goal at the 5-yard line. Come on, Geno. Throw a touchdown. Geno to the corner. That's incomplete. Third and goal for Seattle. Second down and 10. Yeah. Hood, I'm not so confident on the Seahawks. Really banking on the Bengals, though. Second and 10. Shotgun snap to Stick. He throws to the right, and that is incomplete. Third down. Third and 10. Who's swearing? Third and 10. Here we go. Easton Stick on third down. Checks it down. This is caught. And a gain of 6 on third and 10 by Erickson. So that'll bring up fourth down. All right. The Seahawks are going to attempt a field goal to make it a 7-point game. And they are successful in that attempt. What's important in that Seahawks game is there's 2 minutes and 1 second left. If Seattle kicks it off and gets a touchback, they would have the 2-minute warning to stop the Steelers' first play. 4th and 5. Chargers go for it, and they are successful. Quick slant, caught, first down. Forward progress will help the rookie Quentin Johnston out. That's his first grab of the day, I believe. Man, Quentin Johnston, the rookie who has not been very good this year, goes up against Pat Surtain, and he gets 6 yards and a first down. First down Chargers, under 10 to play in the game. 10-point lead for the Broncos. Again, they need the Seahawks or the Bengals to win. Otherwise, they are eliminated, and both those teams are losing right now. First and 10 for Stick. Snap to Stick. Corner blitz. Quick throw. Caught. Gain of about 4. All right, let's watch this Seattle onside kick right now. Alex Singleton came off the edge that time, and P.J. Locke made the tackle. Second down coming up, a little over 9 minutes remaining. Onside kick now for Seattle. Need the Steelers to lose to the Seahawks. Onside kick attempt is recovered by the Steelers. And the 2-minute warning now strikes. Second and 7, they run it with Austin Eckler, gain of 5. That'll bring up third and short. Type those 3s. So, the Seahawks have 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning right now. So if all went well, they could get the ball back, no timeouts, a minute 10-ish. Down 7. Third and 2, QB keeper for Stick, and he picks up the first down. So the Chargers keep their drive alive midway through the fourth quarter. First and 10 at the 37. Snap to Stick. Stick throwing, dumping it off, and Eckler catching it for a gain of about 5. And that'll bring up second and medium with about 8 minutes remaining. Chargers have 2 timeouts remaining. Second and 6. Snap to Stick. It's a handoff, and this run is bottled up. No gain on the play. I stopped by the Broncos defense. Third down. Third and 7. Man, it's 3rd and 7, and you don't even have Austin Eckler on the field. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me either. As Ty Man, the Buckeye says, type those threes. 3rd and 7 from the Denver 34-yard line. Stick in the gun. Takes the snap. Stick floats it to his back, who catches it. Gain of 2. Nice open field tackle by Drew Sanders, the rookie. And that brings up 4th down, gain of 2, and the Chargers send out the field goal unit. Drew Sanders makes a critical tackle on 3rd down. Nice job. So the Chargers quickly send on Cameron Dicker, trying to make it a 7-point game. 50-yarder from Dicker, the kicker. The left hash is up, and it is no good. He missed it. He missed it. It might have been tipped. It looked wobbly coming out. I think Zach Allen deflects this kick. And Denver takes over with 6 minutes and change, up by 10. Let's fucking go. Now, bad news. Chiefs, 4th down. Got the 1st down. 9 minutes remaining from Arrowhead. Not ideal. Let's just call it what it is. So, if you're just tuning in right now, I got good news and bad news. Here's the good news. The bad news is, if the Seahawks don't come back or the Bengals don't come back, the Broncos are eliminated even with a win today. Oh, boy. We are going to need to stop. We are going to need some help. Come on. 2nd and 5 for the Chiefs right now. They're up by 2. They are at the Bengals 29-yard line. We'll keep you guys apprised on that game. 2nd and 5 for Kansas City at the Cincinnati 29. Mahomes looking, dropping back and throwing to Pacheco. No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up. All right, we're back to Seattle, where the Seahawks trail the Steelers 30-23. Kenny Pickett throws on 1st down, and he gets the 1st down. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win this game. George Pickens moves the chains. So give up your hope on the Seahawks winning. Now it comes down to, can the Cincinnati Bengals come back and beat the Bengals? Come back and beat the Chiefs? The Seahawks are toast. But 3rd and 5 right now for the Chiefs. Mahomes on 3rd down in the pocket. Throwing to Pacheco. Making open field tackle. He does, yes. Nice job. And now it's 4th down. Daxton Hill makes the tackle for the Bengals. And the Chiefs are going to go for a field goal. Make it a 5-point game. First and 10 for the Broncos. They take over after the missed field goal at their own 40, and they run for no gain. Second and 10. Stidham at his own 40. Takes the snap. Jarrett Stidham dumping it off. Caught Javonte Williams. And Williams gets 9 yards and pushed out of bounds. The clock will stop momentarily. 3rd down and 1 coming up here. Oh, delay of game. No, timeout Pittsburgh. They have 3rd and 7. Again, the Steelers have the ball in field goal range, up 7 with A minute to go. Meanwhile, the Chiefs' 46-yard field goal from Harrison Butker is good. So it's a 5-point deficit for Jake Browning with 6 minutes to go. 3rd and 1, Denver. Under 5 minutes to play. Handoff and a run for the Broncos might be enough for the first down. It'll be close. Let's see where Javonte Williams gets spotted. And they call it a first down. Man, the referee, who is nowhere near the line of scrimmage, just runs up and he's like, first down. I think that referee has plans tonight. He's like, we're getting the fuck out of here. We are keeping this clock moving. Adam just got here. How is Stidham bid today? Jarrett Stidham has been all right. I don't think Jarrett Stidham showed us anything where we go, holy smokes, the Broncos might have something here. But he has not been bad. I think Jarrett Stidham has performed probably as well as Russell Wilson would have performed in this game. Like, they have run the ball a ton, and Stidham has made some nice throws, but it's not like Russell Wilson never made a nice throw. I don't know how much of a spark the offense really got from Stidham. But they are winning, so we'll take it. 1st and 10, Broncos. Remember, we're going to put the Broncos t-shirt on for a moment. We're going to do that giveaway at the 2-minute warning. So a super chat gets you entered into that. We also add someone for every 50 likes. So we owe, in addition to the giveaway, as a 1st and 10 run for Javonte Williams goes for 2 yards. So if you want to get this Broncos t-shirt, super chat, and we will add you to that giveaway. Or every 50 likes, we pick someone out of the chat for free. So make sure to like the video if you have not already. Final in Seattle. Pittsburgh wins it 30-23. So the Broncos' only hope is the Bengals coming back to beat the Chiefs. Chargers, by the way, sneaky just used both their timeouts on the last few plays. They are out of timeouts. 2nd and 8 for Denver. A few more first downs, and the Broncos could get in victory formation. So 2nd and 20 right now in Kansas City. If I'm looking down, I'm talking about the Chiefs-Bengals game. Browning on 2nd and 20, throws it, caught Jamar Chase, gain of 4. 3rd and long after this. 2nd and 8 for the Broncos at the 48-yard line of the Chargers. Stidham in the gun. Takes the snap, hands it off, run for Samaje Perine, and Perine gets half a yard, if that. So that'll bring up 3rd down, but no more timeouts left for LA. Third and 7. Broncos need the Chiefs to choke. And it's 4th and 24. Not looking good, everyone. Here is the snap to Stidham. Quick throw caught. Jerry Jeudy. First down, Jerry Jeudy. There you go. Jeudy on 3rd and 7. Picks up 15. There is a flag. Yikes. This could be all wiped away with a hold by the Broncos. Holding offense. God bless it. Garrett Bowles. Garrett Bowles of 2017 has returned. Damn it. It's a hold. It's a hold. We have an injured Charger on the play. So an injured Charger player. CBS cuts aside for a moment. All right, let's do the free entry right now for the Broncos t-shirt giveaway. Spam DEN. Spam DEN in the chat right now, and we're going to pick someone out of the chat for that free entry for the Broncos t-shirt giveaway. Oh, bad news. Big run for, or reception by Richie James for the Chiefs, and Kansas City is 4 minutes away from another AFC West title. I spammed EN. I'm going to pick someone for the free Denver Broncos t-shirt giveaway, which we're going to do at the 2-minute warning in 3, 2, 1. And I've got Green Bean. Green Bean. If you want to guarantee a spot in that giveaway, super chat and we will include you in it. Mahomes and the Chiefs were trailing by 10 at one point, and Cincinnati has not scored in over 2 quarters. 3rd and 11 after the hole by Garrett Bowles. 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. LA is out of timeouts. 3rd and 11 for the Broncos at their own 49-yard line. Stidham in the gun. Takes the snap. It's a run. And this run is going nowhere. It's a gain of 1 by Samaje Perine. So the Broncos do kill about 45 seconds of clock. And Denver will punt it away now. So 4th and 10, the Broncos are going to punt this ball away. Fifth punt of the day for Riley Dixon. What has been, a sluggish game, but a win's a win. And Denver is 3 minutes away from a win. Yep. Trent, hey Matthew, if the Chiefs win, we can still make it to the playoffs. No, Trent. Wild card path was eliminated with the Steelers win today, and the AFC West hopes would go down with a Chiefs win. Denver is eliminated if the Bengals do not come back and win. And it's not looking good. I don't know what TikTok you saw. Maybe it's an old TikTok or something. But no. And the Bengals are also eliminated with a loss today. I didn't realize the Bengals would be eliminated with a loss. So the Broncos are going to punt it away. Dixon sends a high into the Denver sky. Fair catch made. Oh, no, waved off, and then it rolls into the end zone for a touchback. Riley Moss could have downed at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and 10 Chargers at their own 20 with 3 minutes to go. So here we go, everyone. It is 25-17 Chiefs. They lead by 8 with 3 minutes to go. They have actually the same amount of time we do on the clock. Eerily similar situations. And the Bengals have it at their own 25-yard line, down 8, no timeouts. Or actually maybe all 3 timeouts, all 3. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at the 20, though. Stick, surveying, dumping it off, caught Gerald Everett, gain of 2. LA out of timeouts. The only way they can stop the clock is the 2-minute warning. Bobby, I'm sorry, you're not getting an Austin Eckler touchdown. You are losing your fantasy football championship. Snap to stick. He throws over the middle. This is caught. Quentin Johnston, gain of a little over 15 yards. Under 2.5 to play. First and 10. Here is the snap to stick. Stick throwing, and this is incomplete with 2:12 remaining. So aside from the upcoming 2-minute warning, the Chargers are unable to stop the clock with no timeouts. Second down, let's go. Stick in the shotgun. Here's the snap to stick. Pump fakes. Now free throws. And this is caught by Quentin Johnston. Gain of 8. And that's going to be the final play before the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning in Denver. We turn our attention to Kansas City Bengals game. That was a weird way of putting it. Kansas City, Cincinnati. Bengals, 1st and 10 at their own 40, down 8, 2.5 to play. Screen caught by Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is tackled for a gain of 6. Bengals have all 3 timeouts, down by 8. Again, Denver needs the Bengals to win. Otherwise, they are eliminated. The Broncos are eliminated with a loss by the Bengals today. Snap to Browning on 2nd and 4. He's sacked. So that'll bring up 3rd and long as that game goes to the 2-minute warning as well. All right, grade the Broncos. A, B, C, D, or F. I'd give them a B, right? I mean, you got 16. Your defense is done outstanding. You're also playing Easton Stick and an interim head coach. It should be outstanding at home. So, cool guy, what's going on, dude? The Chiefs suck. The Chiefs are not good. They are so broken this year. I'm looking forward to the Chiefs losing the first round of the playoffs at home. But not good. Not good news. Unfortunate. That the Bengals are about to choke this away. I mean, we could have had a very exciting Week 18 at the very least. I mean, just get some fuckery from the Chargers against the Chiefs. Who knows? But not to be. Not to be. Let's do the raffle. Let's do the giveaway. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it right now. Yep. So we got a Broncos t-shirt. Nah, it's okay. Let's run it. Yep. So again, all eyes are on this Bengals-Chiefs game, which is at the 2-minute warning right now. The Broncos are going to win, and that doesn't mean a whole lot because they needed it for playoff-wise. You know what I mean? All right, Russ took his helmet off. 3rd and 1. Let's run the Duckies. 3rd and 1. I'll give you live play-by-play still as the Duckies go for the Broncos t-shirt. 3rd and 1. Snap to Stick. Stick throwing to the right side. That is in. Oh, there's a flag. Jaquan McMillan is flagged on the play, so that'll be a 1st down for the Chargers. Meanwhile, 47 seconds into the race or left, and Green Bean has a slight lead. 1st down for the Chargers with 1:56 remaining. 35 seconds left, midway through the race right now. We got a whole bunch of action going on. We got the Ducky race, Broncos game, Chiefs, Bengals game as well. Grant Claycomb making some noise right now. 1st and 10. For the Chargers at the Broncos 45. 1:56, snap to Stick. Design QB run. Stick will keep it with his own 2 legs and picks up about 3 yards. 2nd down at 8 coming up. 5 seconds in the Duckies race. 5 seconds. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's Thomas Chick! We'll put my email at the bottom of the screen in a moment, Thomas. Email me your address and your size as Easton Stick is an incomplete pass on 3rd and 2nd and 8, and we will get you that Broncos t-shirt. So 3rd and 8 in the Broncos Chargers game. I had it right. Thomas, email me, Matthew at Chat Sports, and give me your address, your size, and we'll shoot you that Broncos t-shirt. Meanwhile, 4th down and long for the Bengals. This is the game, folks. 3rd and 8 for the Chargers. 4th and 18 for the Bengals. Both the Broncos and the Bengals season hangs in the balance with this 4th and 18. Stick on 3rd and 8 completes a pass to Erickson for a gain of 10. First down Chargers. 90 seconds remaining. They're going to spike it. All right, 4th and 18 right now from Arrowhead. The Bengals take the snap. 4th and 18. Jake Browning throwing. Caught, 1st down, Cincinnati. Tyler Boyd picks up over 20. And the Bengals have a pulse. Okay, the Chargers actually sent out the field goal unit. They're going to go for the field goal and then the onside kick. 52-yarder. I don't get this decision. You need 2 scores. So I don't hate kicking a field goal and then going for a touchdown later. But like, why settle for a 52-yarder when if you don't recover this onside kick, Denver can kneel out the clock? It's not like a minute 17 gives you time to make a stop on defense. 2nd and 16, by the way, back in Arrowhead. As soon as the Broncos recover this kick, move the stats over. We'll jump right into the postgame show. Wow. The last successful onside kick for the Chargers was in 2012 at Denver. 2nd and 16 for the Bengals. Come on, let's get a stop. Oh, gotta get a stop. I can't keep track of what teams I'm rooting for. Onside kick right now for the Chargers, down by 7. Onside kick is, recovered by, I think, Denver. But, man, the Broncos man did not recover it. The up man did not get it. I think Denver still got to it first, though. But it was touched by the Broncos. It's Broncos football. So, we have game in Denver. Yep. Michael Bandy, I feel so bad for this guy, right? Michael Bandy, if you don't know, is from the Denver area. He was on and off the roster all summer long, practice squad guy, gets called up. I'm sure all of his friends and family are there. And the one time he gets to touch the football, he can't recover the onside kick. Lucky for him, a teammate got to it, though. Now, 3rd and 27 for the Bengals. And now it's 4th and 27. 4th and 27 for Cincinnati. If the Bengals do not convert, Denver's season is done. 4th and 27 for the Bengals. Denver is in victory formation. This game is over. Broncos are going to win it 16-9. Book it. It's done. 4th and 27 right now in Arrowhead. Denver is eliminated if the Chiefs win. They need the Bengals to convert on 4th and 27. Oh, Swifty's there. I'm just going to go on a limb here and say they're not going to convert this. Kansas City even brings pressure on 4th and 27. Browning airs it out. Incomplete. So Denver's postseason hopes are gone. They are done. That is your 2024 season. The Broncos officially are eliminated from playoff contention. They will go into the offseason starting tomorrow. Really, they are done. That's that. So we're going to jump into a post-game show. What are some of the weigh-ins we have from the great Jarrett Stidham? Yeah. Ty Man, you are a chat sports junkie. So once again, the final in Denver is a nice win for the Broncos, but unfortunately, they are officially eliminated from postseason contention. The Chiefs have won yet another AFC West title, and the Broncos are done. So now we shift our attention to the offseason. Sure, you have Week 18 against the Raiders in what's a meaningless game. But the big question now is Russell Wilson. Was that his last game in Denver as a Bronco, even if it was on the bench? Question remains. Yep. Happy New Year. Too bad. Too bad. Yep. Let's get right into it. Post-game show. Nope, that's not fine. They did not win 6. All those numbers are wrong. Is that read only? So, 16-9. I don't know how anyone looks at that and goes, Russell Wilson was the problem. Like, this was not a game the offense won. All right, this was a great performance by the defense, and the Chargers are just a bad football team right now. But no, I don't think the Broncos are anywhere closer to their answer of whether or not Russell Wilson is the issue with this offense. This offense didn't do anything very special today. Sure, they got 16 points. Are we going to write a love song about a 16-point offensive performance? No. I don't think you can quantify that as a spark. Does winning 16-9 look as a spark to you against a bad Chargers team? I would disagree. So, okay. There we go. Don't worry about the two-player one. Yeah. So, we're going to jump into our post-game show here in 60 seconds. Hopefully, our winner emailed me. I don't know why people... I know. I got Shaylin typing LFG. She's the only one. Octavia, no Sutton, no McGlinchey, no Mims, and Stidham still did okay. Octavia, that's a fair point. I guess I didn't really factor in the weapons that Jarrett Stidham was missing. So that's a penalty on my end. I kind of forgot about the guys that Jarrett Stidham was without. Again, Jarrett Stidham didn't. I don't think Jarrett Stidham played bad by any means today. I just don't think that this is probably what Sean Payton envisioned when he said an offensive spark. Don't you agree? But ultimately, it wasn't about the spark. It was about the contract. And if they say otherwise, they're lying. They're just lying. So we move into the AFC wildcard hunt here. And we've got Buffalo, Indianapolis, Houston, and Jacksonville and Pittsburgh all fighting for 2/3 spots. The NFC is wide open. Seattle holding on right now at 8-8. Okay, 16-9. Let's do it. Yep. The Broncos beat the Chargers 16-9. Plenty to talk about regarding Russell Wilson and Sean Payton and Jarrett Stidham, but let me kind of start by saying, welcome to the 2024 NFL offseason, because that starts tomorrow for the Broncos. Yes, they have a Week 18 game against the Raiders, but it's meaningless. They have been eliminated from postseason contention. The Chiefs and the Steelers both came back to win, and that was it for the Broncos 2024 or 2023 playoff hopes. So the final score from Denver in the final home game of the year, 16-9. And I look at that, and I think about what Sean Payton said earlier, and that was he wanted a spark from Jarrett Stidham. I don't know if that's a spark. In fact, the numbers from Jarrett Stidham look eerily similar to a Russell Wilson stat line. Now, I'm not here to say Jarrett Stidham did a bad job by any means. I think Jarrett Stidham did a pretty good job, all things considered, with what they had to work with. But this was just not a spark in my book, right? When we look at the Broncos offense, which we'll do in a moment here, the Broncos offense dominated on the ground for the most part today, and that really helped out Jarrett Stidham. Now, Jarrett Stidham did not have his right tackle for most of the game, which that might be an addition by subtraction if we're being honest, but he did not have Cortland Sutton, no Marvin Mims, so less to work with than Russell Wilson, and the offense managed to put up 314 total yards, 102 on the ground, no turnovers. Again, I think Denver got maybe a little bit lucky that they ran into a bad Chargers team today, because if I told you on Wednesday, hey, you know that spark they're going to get from Jarrett Stidham? It's 16 points. You probably don't think that's a spark. But all things considered, I think Jarrett Stidham did play well today, right? He operated well within what he was asked to do. He didn't have many errant passes. He didn't have bad decisions. He showed some, moxie, some leadership out on the field, and now Denver moves into Week 18 with an opportunity for Stidham to pad his resume a little bit and potentially make a case to go into 2024 as the starter, which right now, if I had to pick a starting quarterback for day one of training camp, it's probably Jarrett Stidham. We'll talk about the Chargers offense here going up against the Broncos defense. It didn't really matter. Like, Easton Stick had some nice moments, I feel like, but no, this was never a game that I've ever felt like the Chargers were going to come back and win. Once Denver went up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter, that spelled doom. At that point, I was more focused on watching the Steelers and the Bengals try and, give the Broncos a good result, which ultimately did not happen. So, Russell Wilson on the sideline all game, wearing a helmet, which was just kind of, by the way, the most Russell Wilson thing to do, as if Russ was about to come into the game at any given moment. But ultimately, Sean Payton and the Broncos say they benched Russell Wilson because they wanted to spark offensively. The other camp says it was over his contract. I lean towards the latter, and I don't think Sean Payton got a spark really offensively, unless you think 16 points is a spark. But if Russell Wilson went out there today and did exactly what Jarrett Stidham did, what would be the reaction? Another bad performance from the offense. So let's not baby Jarrett Stidham going, no, 16 points is so cute. It was enough for today. And that's good. The Broncos won. The fan base gets to go to their New Year's Eve party celebrating a bit of a win. But I'm not sold on this being a spark offensively. This was a benching because of Russell Wilson's contract. Make no mistake. Now, before we get out of the rest of the post-game show here, Prize Picks, our wonderful sponsor, has an awesome deal for Broncos Country. When you make Prize Picks your daily fantasy spot, you're going to make a great decision. Because the way Prize Picks works is you pick 2 to 6 players, choose more or less on their projected stats. Now, it's not too late to hop in on my selections for Sunday Night Football. I went with less on Jaron Hall's passing yards, more on Jordan Love and Justin Jefferson's yardage, and less on Alexander Madison's rushing yards. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100. That link is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. With that being said, we'll run through some of the stats here and just kind of talk about just the Broncos' direction moving forward here. We can show some love to some of the good guys, like Jarrett Stidham, 20 for 32. I mean, what did Russell Wilson do in his last couple of games here? Okay, like Russell Wilson's stats. These aren't very far off from Russell Wilson's numbers. Last game against the Patriots, 238 yards and 2 touchdowns. In fact, his last 3 games, 238 yards, 223 yards, 224 yards. This is a Russell Wilson stat line. This is the white Russell Wilson. Like, it's not that different of an offensive performance. Just Denver's defense came to play today, which they hadn't done so much the last couple of weeks, and they also played a really crappy Chargers team, and that helped a ton. So how would you grade Jarrett Stidham against the LA Chargers? We'll throw that on screen for you. Grade Stidham against the Chargers. Give it a B minus, B. I'll give it a B. I'll give him a B. Like, Jarrett Stidham did what he was asked to do. He didn't have his number 1 wide receiver. He lost his right tackle. He lost Marvin Mims to an injury earlier this week. And I thought he played pretty well. I don't think you watch this game and go, whoa, Denver might have something in Jarrett Stidham moving forward. But I think Jarrett Stidham showed he's probably a really solid NFL quarterback that can stick around this league for a backup for years to come. Highlight Reel Jaleel is still one of my favorite players. And as we talk about the 2024 offseason and going into next year, I think we're going to see a lot of Jaleel McLaughlin next season. Little Jordan Humphrey, what an awesome touchdown that was. I mean, that was the play of the game. It was, in my eyes, the difference maker. I mean, it was the difference maker. They won by a touchdown. And it was the only touchdown in this game. So, shout out to little Jordan Humphrey. That was incredible. Easton Stick, it was, what do you want me to say? I mean, Easton Stick did okay. That's pretty much it. Austin Eckler, no one cares, but played against my fantasy championship game, and he sucked, and that was awesome. And that won me my fantasy league. So no one gives a shit, I know. But all in all, the big topic is like, hey, what do we do moving forward? Is Russell Wilson done? Is Russell Wilson going to come back? I don't see a way Russell Wilson returns. I don't see a way the Broncos bring Russell Wilson back as a backup after airing out kind of everything that happened, it just seems too tough for the locker room to even get their mind around of like, yeah, let's have Russell Wilson come back and back up whoever the starting quarterback is next year. Maybe they find a way to smooth things over. I don't see it. I think Sean Payton is just done with Russ in general. Like, I think from a personality standpoint, there's no interest in those two sides reconciling. I don't think Russell Wilson is probably eager to come back. I think the money is probably driving everything from his side, which, why wouldn't it? Millions, tens of millions of dollars up in the line right now. Ultimately, I think we saw Russell Wilson in Denver in a Broncos uniform today for the last time. It's an extremely expensive price to pay. There is an $85 million dead cap hit that is not just going to vanish, and that's going to be tough. But I think we saw the last of Russell Wilson today, and I think Jarrett Stidham showed enough that he can probably compete with a rookie quarterback for the starting job next year and at least have the QB1 title on the first day of training camp. That's going to do it for us on our post-game show. Enjoy your New Year's Eve parties. I've probably taken too much of your New Year's Eve time up already. Enjoy New Year's Day. We're going to sign off, and we'll see you all later. All right, everyone. That's going to do it for us on our show today. We will sign off. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's.